Welcome to the DJ Insider Podcast, sponsored by Amplified Events.
It's the only podcast where we break down insider information from our weddings, experience, and advice from over 15 years in the wedding industry.
We're your hosts. I'm Mike Kane, owner of Amplified Events.
And I'm Joe Albomonte, the general manager of Amplified Events.
Let's get into it. We're back.
We're back. Hello.
Last we talked, we were doing like a wedding and then two kind of bridal shows.
Yes.
What did you think?
All back to back.
Let's start with the wedding. Beautiful Laura on the Lake, of course.
Yeah. I thought the wedding was really good. It ended up being a really fun night.
Yeah.
Dance floor was packed. But just a fun night. Good energy. It was smooth. Everything went on time. And I think Laura on the Lake. I mean, it always goes right on schedule. So I always appreciate that.
Yeah. I felt like the wedding had like a real, I don't know the right term, but nerd energy.
I mean, yeah, they had like some, it was really solid. I mean, I'm a big fan. Like, I like all the same games and stuff. Like, they had a lot of Final Fantasy music. There were some other things that we kind of threw in there that were a bit more, I mean, like Darude and stuff. Like, those aren't as, maybe not. But, like, that's like the same genre.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, just like the
There's a lot of Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, well, the bride's dad married them, and then speeches and stuff. And like
yeah,
sorry,
that takes me back. Wow,
that
felt like so long ago.
Yeah, certain weddings have like certain feel. Like sometimes, like you'll do weddings where the bride and the groom were both in like fraternity, sorority, so it's a real fratty kind of feeling of a wedding. Or some weddings, it's like, yeah, we're all cops or we're all firefighters, and it's gonna get awesome. Like it's gonna get epic.
Definitely certain energies,
yes,
like certain crowds, and this one was fun. Like they were just there to have a good time.
Yeah.
And seriously, it was the first one of the season, like first big one of the season, really. Like I would kind of mark. I mean, because
we did a few, but yeah, that was the first like real epic one we've done.
Yeah,
I would say it was like a 9 or 10. It was really solid.
Yeah,
in terms of the dance floor, we had really good energy. Everybody was really nice, except we had one on the groom's side. It was some woman came up and wanted us to play Another One Bites the Dust, and we played it early in the night, and then she passed us to do, is it We Are Family? There was a couple oldies that we played for her.
Yeah.
And then she wanted us to play it again. And I said, no, I'm not going to play it again. We played it. She's like, no, you didn't. I was like, no, we definitely played it. She's like, well, I was in the bathroom. I was like, well, I'm sorry. Like,
you requested the song, and we played it. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't.
We did Baby Got Back for her. We did, there was something else we did. Anyway, we played a lot of the songs that she requested. And pretty much all the songs she requested, we just didn't play it again.
That's second time.
And I said, like, look, if the bride and groom want us to play, if you talk to them or they want us to play it again, we'll play it again. But,
that's typically the only time I will play a song a second time, is if the bride and groom ask. I mean, that's the only time I'm playing the same song a second time.
Yeah. But really, they're friends. Really, what to me is what made the party in terms of the dancing and like the energy.
Yeah, I mean, they felt like they were on our team. Like, people were requesting really good songs, and they're like, if you can, like, if you could throw it in, like, totally. But there wasn't any pressure, any, like, staring gazes from across the room, like, you didn't play my song, you bastard. Nothing like that. And it was just really nice. I had this one dude ask me for the Wi-Fi, like, a few times, and I ended up finding it. So I, like, found him in the crowd and, like, gave it to him. He came up and, like, shook my hand at the end of the night. He was really appreciative. Like, everybody was super nice. Like, it was just small stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I had a really good time.
Yeah. I felt like, speeches went a little long, especially the groom's dad.
Yeah, that definitely went a little long.
He did, like, a 5-minute speech, and then he did an 8-minute speech after that 5-minute speech. And the 8-minute one was, like, he sent me, like, 20 songs. But like clips of the songs, and like he clipped it out. And if it bears repeating, if you're gonna do something like a gimmick like that, so he would like he was doing like the history of the sun, and they would do like when you learn to ride his bike, and they'd have like bicycle by Queen, or they would have like jump around, or
there were 20 songs, and seriously,
he learned to drive, and it's like I can't drive, 65, whatever.
Yeah, and thankfully he did make us an edit. Like, it was really nice to have all the songs in order. We didn't have to go ahead and do that.
But the clips were different length.
They were. Like, one song was 5 seconds, one was 30 seconds, and it was kind of just a weird.
Because some of the time, like I'd play the clip and it would cut out earlier than he wanted it to. But I'm like, that's the clip you gave me, you know? And then sometimes the clip would play longer than he wanted it to. And he wanted to get back to like his speech.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, if you're going to do a gimmick, do it shorter. Keep it
That
shorter.
was way too long of a gimmick. And
Way
also,
too many
like,
clips.
he gave us that. And then also, like, led with another 5-minute speech. We were like, wait. We thought you planned this whole other thing.
Yeah.
Time out. And then he finished it and then went into it. But just a very, very long.
Yeah. In my opinion, most of the time avoid gimmicks if you're doing a speech. And the bride's dad had a gimmick, but it was played one song. And it was just like, you're out of my league. And he remembered that when they were dating that he heard that song in the car and he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Again, if you think it's funny, you know, the guests may not find it funny. Or some of them might, ha, 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 you know.
Yeah, but a lot of people aren't going to laugh at your inside jokes.
No.
Like, they don't get it. That's the whole point of the inside joke.
Yeah.
Nobody there gets it besides, like, maybe 4 or 5 family members.
Yeah, really avoid jokes unless it's like everybody can understand it. And so, yeah, like, but luckily, like everything else was pretty smooth in terms of speeches. And like, the rest of the night was fantastic. Just lots of dancing. And we did our best with it. You know, it's like sometimes people hand us like, oh, we're going to do a rap. They did do a rap. That's right.
They did do a rap.
The groomsmen, but the groomsmen were wise. They were going to do as part of the speech. And they're like, no, we're going to just do one speech, not 3 groomsmen speeches.
Yeah.
And it's going to be short and sweet. And then we'll do our rap after the mother-son dance.
Yeah.
So.
To the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song.
Yeah.
We did a rap. It was fine. It was interesting.
Yeah. So it was fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
Great wedding, though. Honestly, good energy, good people. Everyone was really sweet, except for the one person, but that was fine. Saturday, Brides in the Barn.
Yeah. Yeah. We were over in Hobart.
Design Hebron. Design Barn.
The other H.
There's
H.
two H's.
2 H. Hebron. Yes. I love that venue. I think it's a lot of like, not random decor, but a lot of like, there's like Coca-Cola stuff and like a moose that has like sunglasses and it has like a cigar dipping out of his mouth. And there's like a lot of weird, cool stuff there.
Yeah.
And that's like totally my vibe. Like it's definitely a place I would want to have my wedding. Just a big open space. I think they used the space really well.
Yeah.
Everybody was super nice. There weren't a ton of couples overall, but it was really nice to hang out with the vendors that we typically work with and just really get to powwow there. DJing I got to watch you guys
Dude,
DJ
that was
back
fun.
talk a little bit about that.
It's just Eric Yeager from NBA Events. He was like, I'm going to be the other DJ. He coordinated ahead of time with me on like who's bringing what speakers, but we'll both plug into speakers. And so he brought his mixer, I brought my speakers, and then he brought his turntables, I brought my turntables, and we were kind of across the room from each other. And so I'd play a song and then do like 15 to 30 seconds or whatever, and then he would drop another song.
Yeah.
And then he'd do 15 to 30, and I would drop another song.
That was really fun. I was going back and forth to like get the BPMs. And like, what's the BPM? 120. Well, yeah, no, that was really fun to watch you guys do that.
Yeah.
And I think everyone else was also entertained too. They saw us just having a good time.
It was fun. And most of the couples were gone at that point, so we were just kind of having fun.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. It was a good hangout, good catching up with everybody. And then, Sunday, we were Journeyman and Bridal Show.
Yeah, big one.
Big one. Yeah, they had us in the other room because we were kind of they did like a style shoot, and they wanted us to kind of be a DJ for that.
Yeah, like a mock ceremony type thing.
Yeah.
DJ, like a mock cake cutting they did. So we played some music for that. And then over in the East Room, they had all the other vendors. Yeah. And there were just tables on tables on. She does tables. A bunch of tables just lined up. But yeah, we were over in the other room just playing music, and that was nice. We got some inquiries from that. Some really cool people we talked to.
I think we might get a booking. That one guy.
He seems really interesting. I'll talk to him tomorrow at 9.
And he reached out because he said, you guys played Blink-182. And
he's like, he came up and made a super lame joke that did not hit. I'm like, that's okay. I have plenty of those. I'd love to talk.
Sometimes it takes a second for us to hear what you're saying, too. Like, the joke may or may not have been lame. We also might not have heard it, But,
exactly.
But he was nice. I remember him coming up, and Jeff was playing Blink-182, and I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So, yeah.
Overall solid weekend. All 3 back to back.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. We're off last weekend, which was nice.
You're off, and then
we're back at it this weekend.
Yes.
So we got 2 weddings. Should be good. I think you're off.
This weekend, I only have a tasting.
That's right.
I have a tasting on Sunday.
That's right.
But yeah, nothing too crazy this weekend for me.
And so, yeah, last time you and I potted, we did all Owen, I'm saying. We talked about top 10 party songs.
Yes.
And then you suggested, why don't we do top 10 like last songs? And then just like come up with like 5 fast, 5 slow. And these are like your favorites or just some good ones?
I just, you know what? Some of them were my favorites. Some of them were good ones. It was really hard for me, honestly, looking at it, like to do like 5 slow and 5 fast, because I was thinking about it. I think a lot of really good Last Dance songs have both. I think a lot of good Last Dance songs really like they start slow and they build really heavy, or like they come in strong and there's like a moment where like everything slows down and like people can like just like bass and like just like really, really light. And then it like builds back up again at the end. And I find that's really solid for a Last Dance song. So it was kind of hard for me to go slow, fast, but I did find a lot that I liked. Would you like to start?
Sure. So
yeah, did you do favorites?
I did some favorites and some ones I just thought these are good.
Yeah, cool. Depends on the type of wedding too. Like I have a couple different genres in here.
Yeah.
Different types of like people, I would say, like country type weddings.
Yeah.
Like I have a different one in there for that too. So
Yeah, when I talk slow, I'm really talking like you can slow dance to it.
yes.
You also can like ideally sing to it, but you don't have to. Because you could do like there's like sing along songs which are solid.
Yeah.
There's songs that are like just a slow dance, it's just romantic.
Yeah.
And then there's songs that are like upbeat, full energy, jumping and stuff.
Agreed. Yeah.
So a good slow sing along one. I Got Friends in Low Places.
That's an amazing one.
Garth Brooks.
That's one I had as well. Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows all the words. It's just the perfect bring it together, especially if there's kind of that country vibe, country energy.
Yeah.
Good old boys, kind of stuff.
Agreed. Right off of that, country. If we're doing another country wedding, family traditions. I did that a lot.
That's a good last one.
Last Dance. It's a sing along too. There's like a thing where people change the words.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. So
I've done that, and I've also done Country Roads, John Denver.
Yeah.
People love that one. As far as like just like a slow, good one, if you like Arena Rock Faithfully by Journey.
Okay. I don't think I know that song off the top of my head.
It's it builds, but it's like whoa, it's like there's like big drums, good slow song.
I'm sure
people know it. You can sing to it, but it's also kind of a slow. I've played it at weddings before for a slow song.
Nice, yeah.
What about you for a slow?
Did I even end up with any slows? That's the problem.
You don't have to. Yeah, just whatever.
I don't think I even did. Unfortunately, I didn't end up with any slows, but like on the more common side, like Sweet Caroline, Come On Eileen.
Yeah. Those
more
are good
casual.
ones. Yeah.
They kind of start a little slow and like build.
Yeah. Those are both
along.
good, kind of upbeat sing along and slow, both.
Yeah.
I always love Proclaimers. I'll be 500 miles, whatever.
Yes, I'll be.
Yeah.
And I'll be.
I'm
That's
gonna
an
be.
amazing song. Is that one that you had?
No, but when I think of those two, I also think sometimes if you play like one,
Yeah.
and then you do like if Come On Eileen hits big, a lot of times
I think it's
Proclaimers will hit big.
Build Me Up Buttercup.
Yeah, that
in
too.
That same, in the same
Yeah. Another good slow one, Piano Man, Billy
That's
Joel.
one I have. Ooh, I love Piano Man.
So epic.
Yeah.
Everybody in a big circle. What's another good one if you like that kind of Americana rock is Don Henley, American Pie. It's long, so you got to give like 8.5 minutes.
Yeah,
you got to end
I did
8.5
that
minutes.
one time this year, and I was like, I haven't heard this song in years. This was a perfect song to choose.
And that's fast, and you can dance, and you can sing, and there's a lot of energy changes with it.
I would even argue that these are also kind of in the same vein. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Oh, that's a good one.
And Somebody to Love by Queen.
Both
I
of
couldn't
those.
decide which one I liked more, so I had to do both.
Or even Bohemian Rhapsody. I've done that.
Very good.
Kind of silly but fun. Rock opera energy.
I'm afraid to play Bohemian Rhapsody now because I played that one time at a wedding, and this drunk woman come up, and she's like, "Are you really going to sing about a kid shooting somebody, right?" Everybody likes to sing along to this song. I get the lyrics, sure, but go away from me. Anyway.
Slow romantic ones at the end of the night. At Last.
That's a good one.
At a James. I like to open the night with that, or I like to end the night with that.
Yeah,
They're both
I was
solid.
so early with that one.
Yeah. It's really romantic. It's really soft, and it's short.
Yeah.
Another in that vein, I did I think it was New Year's Eve. We played this one for like a first dance. It's or it might have been a father, daughter, mother, son. Anyways, I'll Be Seeing You, Sammy Fain.
Yeah, that's
It's
a good
very
one.
romantic, very that old energy, you know. Or I Won't Give Up, Jason Mraz.
I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Very romantic. Sets a certain energy, you know.
Yeah.
Save the Last Dance for me. Now there's the Drifters version, which is kind of older, and then there's the Michael Bublé, which is a little more horns, bigger energy. Yep.
On a more common side, Closing Time.
Yeah,
Kind of
people.
getting tired of it, but Closing Time.
I don't like that one, but if it gets people singing and they make memories, then it doesn't, you know.
It does.
That's my least favorite Last Dance song.
Yeah.
It's but I'll play it. If they want me to play it, I'll play it. But yeah, I don't. That's my least favorite one because this is like, it's overplayed.
It's so overplayed. And I've done it a lot. Like, I'm definitely guilty of it. Like, if they don't give me a Last Dance song,
Short. Yeah,
I'm
that's it.
sorry.
Yeah,
Maybe out of spite, it's going to be that. Maybe
Yeah.
not. But
yeah. It depends. I mean, on the energy and stuff. And
Yeah.
if you're gonna do that one, to me, you should do Mr. Brightside. They're
I
from
have
the
better
same
ones.
era.
Mr. Brightside. the Middle. Jimmy Eat World. The Anthem.
Yeah.
By Good Charlotte.
Yes.
All amazing
Sugar, We're
pop
Going
punk
Down,
songs.
Fall Out Boy.
Amazing
That's a
pop
great-
punk song.
That's a great last song. Yeah.
Yes.
Cute Without the E Cut from the Team, Taking Back Sunday is a great. My
Yes.
friends Johnny and Emily did their Last Dance. Epic, because everybody sang the words.
That would be such a
Your
good...
lipstick is gone. Very emo ending, you know.
I love that one. I've never got to play that at a wedding.
Oh, dude,
That's
I've done
like
it. I've done it 2 or 3
pop
times.
punky type wedding.
Yeah, it's
I'd
very
love to do that.
specific. Yeah. The elements you want in a Last Dance, if you're planning it out, like you have to like, what do I want to be thinking, feeling? What do my guests feeling? What's the energy I'm going for?
Yeah.
And generally, I think the best ones are either epic energy or togetherness.
Yes.
And you can accomplish that with a song that's, first of all, everybody has to know the song.
Yeah.
Or if not, it's got to be just a ton of energy behind it. But typically, when you know the words, you've sang it at parties before, you've sang it at other weddings or other things. You sang it in the car, like most people sing it at karaoke. Those are kind of what you're looking
it was
for.
your senior year graduation anthem. Like
Yes.
all you and all your high school friends sang this song, like big energy.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the songs it should be.
It really should. And I've done a couple that I was like, oh, I'm surprised they're going with this one. But it hit so big because, like,
They know their crowd.
they know their friends. They know their group, you know, and that's who was going to be there at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Not grandma necessarily, although if grandma's there, great. But
Yeah.
I did a wedding. They did there's a song by Tame Impala.
Yep. Yeah.
Something like that. But it hit big.
It's like funny. I know that.
It hit big with that group. I can't think of the name of it, but I didn't have that down on my list.
Oh my
but
gosh, I know the
but
name of the song.
it's one I never would have picked for last song, but they did, and they knew the crowd. I mean, they just...
That's a great.
And it's
love
that
Tame Impala.
if that's important to you, like ending the night right, like you really should spend some time and talk to your friends, talk to your family, like think who was going to be there at 11 or midnight.
Agreed. One that really hit for me was Love Story.
Dude,
Taylor Swift.
yes,
Everybody loves. They can
Yeah.
sing along. It kind of starts slow and it builds really heavy, and people used to sing it all the time, like back in
Yeah.
the day. There's memories singing that together with your friends.
yeah, and romantic,
Yeah.
a lot of love, a lot of vibes. Plus, there's that like it builds and drops. You know, it's sweet. Dude, I want to dance with somebody.
Amazing song.
I used to end with that all the time.
Yeah.
Not lately. I think that's one. It's kind of been overplayed. It's a solid song, but it's just been overplayed, and I think it's long for a lot of people.
Yeah.
They're like 4.5 minutes.
Do you happen to know if the one Tame Impala song was The Less I Know Better?
That's it.
Yeah. That's the great song.
Yeah,
Thought it might be.
that's the one.
I think the last one I have on here is one that I would have wanted possibly at my wedding, and one that hit for me a couple times this year just because it was the right crowd. Pursuit of Happiness by Kid Cudi.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's a really good one.
That's a good one. Now you do the Rat-a-Tat
If they
remix.
that was a great remix
From,
yeah, but if they liked Memories by Kid Cudi,
Sure.
one of my favorite top 10s
Yes.
from last week,
Yes.
then they're gonna like Pursuit of Happiness most likely.
I really like the 80s ones. I thought the 80s really knew how to do it. Donna Summer, or that might have been 70s. Last Dance, The Last Dance.
Yeah,
That one builds.
it's a good one.
I had the time of my life from Dirty Dancing.
Yes,
Yeah, Bill,
everybody likes
Bill
that one.
Medley and what's her name? Pretty epic one that I think goes over really well, and it's kind of an anytime song. You can open it the night, but I think it's better because the energy of it later is Rihanna, We Found Love.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one I don't do a lot, but that would be a really good one.
Obscure one that I didn't think would go well, but it did. Enrique Iglesias, Escape. It starts off slow. Here's how it goes. You can run, you can hide, but you can't escape.
I don't think I know that song.
It's so good. It's got a solid beat behind it.
Yeah.
And he's like, he hits the high notes and he's singing, and I'm not going to try.
I like Enrique Iglesias. Yeah.
I do too.
I mean, he's a hit maker. For sure.
Enrique Iglesias. He's so good.
Absolutely.
Argentina. It's lucky to have him.
Lucky to have him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's if you're gonna pick a last one, definitely have people that think about who's gonna be there. Think about what memories you guys have together, and and what energy you want. If you want something, you can also do both. You can do big group one and then slow romantic with just you and your significant other.
I like doing that too.
I like it. The crowd does not prepare that the crowd is not gonna.
Yeah, but also
leave the room.
They have their own. I mean, they had a last dance. Sorry guys, just head on out. You can come back in after. It's just they're doing a private last dance. They're gonna respect that.
Corralling drunk people is just difficult. And they're like, well, I want to say my goodbye. I'm like, just let us play the song.
You can come
and
back in after.
Right back in.
Yeah.
Clear the room. I'm gonna press play and leave. You know, it's to me, it's too much for drunk people to handle.
Last time I did it, it was so funny. We were at this barn venue with like these garage doors open and like these massive windows. So I asked everybody to leave the room so they could do their private dance. And like they walk out the barn doors and everybody's respectful enough to not just like stare through the barn doors and look at them. But seriously, 40 people left are just piled up at this tiny little window, just like all staring in. Just like watching this last dance, like it was supposed to be private.
Face on the glass.
Yeah, seriously, face. What are they doing? That's a nice dance they're doing there. Just ridiculous. And then as soon as we went back in, like everybody was watching anyway. It wasn't very private, but we tried. So I would also say if you're gonna do a private one, maybe do it in a room that doesn't have a bunch of windows
or a bunch of drunk people.
Maybe the outdoor venues aren't the best for a private one if you're looking for the privacy. Yeah. But yeah, I think they're really sweet.
Yeah, and obviously if a last moment's not important to you, then don't do it.
Yeah, our last moment with your friends is more important. I guess it's what's more important. It's like,
you can have both. It's just difficult if you're going for an epic last moment with your friends and family and then a private last moment with your spouse. The energies don't match. No. Especially everybody's just like, yeah, oh, it's so much fun. Oh my gosh. And they're still singing the song. And the hard part is like, we got to get out. We got to end on time. Yeah. And so you're really pushing like drunk people.
Because now the drunk people come back in and they're like, one more song.
Organize yourselves. Follow instructions.
We got to go, guys.
Quietly follow instructions, drunk people.
Seriously.
It just doesn't. It doesn't work. It's one of those things that sounds nice, and I've done it where everyone did leave, and it was nice. And they had that romantic kind of, like one last moment kind of thing.
Yeah.
But to me, the better way to do it is everybody make a big circle, surround them, and let the couple just slow dance to this song. That's the better way to do it if you're going to do a last song that's romantic and sweet.
And then record scratch hard and go into something crazy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
In an ideal world, do that.
It's always possible, to do some variation. But if you really think about it and what you want, don't sacrifice, don't compromise. And I think you'll have a good last dance. Yeah. I think it's a thing a lot of people overlook. When I bring it up in every meeting I have with couples. And they're like, we haven't thought about it.
A lot of people don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, some weddings this year.
People go home. Like couples are planning that like, we're going to leave at 10:30. Like you can play till 11 if you want, or you can leave at 10:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think, stay the whole night if you can. And plan out the ones where it goes well. It's like, it's one last big cool moment of making memories. And you're leaving everybody on a high note.
Yeah. And really think about who's going to be there. Your 250 person wedding at the end of the night is going to be 30 people.
Yeah.
In the last 30 minutes, there's going to be 30 to 50 people left.
Yeah.
Who are those 30 to 50 people that are super close to you? And what's a song that you all can just rally behind?
Yeah, I think that's the move. I think it's great advice. And I don't have too much else. I'm gonna I like this. We should do this with like cake cutting. We should do this with like all those important moments.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just keep giving the tips. And
Intro.
tricks and
I think we should do intros.
Intros next.
Yeah.
Introductions. I really want to think on that because I keep coming up with stuff that's really popular that we use a lot, and or I like coming up with like real popular stuff and stuff that's
Some more
not
obscure stuff.
Yes, and that you didn't think would go well, but it went real
but it
well.
has hit.
Yeah, or a song that's not usually play that song at that time, but man, it'd be good.
Nice.
Cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, I'm Mike here.
I'm Joe.
We'll see you at your wedding.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.